words, but they know that they're feeling a certain way. And I think it scares the shit out of them because they can't understand the words. They don't know what the words mean, but yet there's a message and a feeling that
My
you
answer,
get,
my,
and I think that scares a lot of them just because they're so anti whatever it is, old, younger, crotchety white people, that I think it scares them a little when and I don't know, and fear, and I mean racism and most of those isms are all fear. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't. It's a show, man. Let the Baboni sing. I want to listen to Baboni.
I like Bad Bunny. I'm not gonna lie. When people, so to your point on your page, and I'll get to what we're gonna do this again, you and me, later in the show. We can't understand a word he's saying. I'm like, hi. On my shuffle, I have The Who, not the one you're thinking of, HU,
Right.
and the music is sung in Mongolian. I also have Rammstein, where the music is sung all in German. And
Right.
you know what
And
I do?
I've also
I
got
rock my ass
I've
off.
also got fucking chanting monks that you don't know what the fuck they're saying either,
Right?
but there's a very nice calming effect that you feel. I mean,
But what I'm seeing, look, Enya sang in English, and the only line I know is "Who can say," and that's it. After that, I
right,
don't know shit.
right.
But
Y'all never try to listen to James Brown?
dude, James Brown doesn't know what James Brown's saying. That's why God invented the lyric sheet inside of the cassette and the CD, so you could read what they're saying.
And
What the
learn.
fuck did he just say here? This is Miami. Oh, this is my attitude. Gotcha. Okay. My thing is, I'm
Yo,
seeing.
listening to the opening of Caribbean Queen, and you will swear that he says she touched my meat and painted on jeans. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna hear that now.
You are.
I'll send you the. I know you're not a huge Pantera guy. The
Oh,
misheard.
it depends,
Okay.
Far Beyond Driven, and yeah.
The misheard lyrics for "Fucking Hostile." The video is hilarious, and if it ever comes up on your shuffle again after you see this video, you will sing these lyrics because they stick in your fucking head, and you actually hear Anselmo sing these lyrics, which is great. The complaint I have, hello Lynch. The complaint I've been hearing the most, and we're gonna rehash it during the show, is again over 40 white people, men and women, saying, I can appreciate, Kendrick Lamar and Bad Bunny and doing new things, but what we should really do is get like Billy Joel or Stevie Nicks or I'm like, dude, Dinosaur Rock? Come on. Billy Joel would have been fantastic
that'd have
in
been awesome.
1988.
My mom would have loved that 30 years ago. That would have been hot. Okay. Stevie Nicks, 1984. That was your last shot, buddy. That was it.
Look, I've been a big.
Billy Joel is doing fucking.
Hello.
Okay.
What do you call it? Tours. And he's got residencies, and he's playing for fun now and doesn't care about money. But nobody wants to see Billy Joel at the Super Bowl.
No.
I don't even want to see Billy Joel at the Super Bowl, and I love Billy Joel.
Yep. I have been a big proponent for years. Let's get some rock acts, mix it up a bit, which is fine. But Metallica doesn't translate to everybody. Van Halen, when Ed was still alive and they could have done the Super Bowl, how many people actually want to see that? Yes, they'd be like, do you know Van Halen? Oh, man, I love Jump. Okay, cool. It doesn't resonate. But when you say Prince has a back catalog that people, if you say Prince to someone, they're going to rattle off 6 songs in half a second.
And not to be a corporate rock homer, but or a corporate music anything homer, but Prince legitimately had songs that just sat on the fucking chart, 3 or 4 of them at a shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he translates to getting his music translates to getting a crowd dancing. His music translates to getting a crowd up, not just the music itself. It's about how the crowd is going to take it and turn that into something. It's about the crowd's response to who is on stage.
After the titty incident, and we're probably going to talk about this.
Second
in the
best
body
Super
of the
Bowl
show.
ever. Second
Yeah,
best Super Bowl ever.
no,
Nothing. I'm not saying that Prince was a god or anything, but that nigga made it rain.
Oh no, absolutely. That's what I'm getting to. That don't jump the shark. After Tittygate, they went safe. Paul
They
McCartney
overcorrected. They completely
Yeah.
overcorrected.
Paul McCartney, fantastic. I love Paul McCartney. The Rolling Stones, I love the Stones. Tom Petty, love Tom Petty. The Who, the real Who, not the one you and I were talking about earlier. Nobody cared about the Who then. So yeah, the overcorrection was then, put back, and you got Lady Gaga, you got Britney, you got Aerosmith, you got all these cool bands, and Aerosmith, love them or hate them, up until that time were fucking relevant. But I'm tired.
Aerosmith was legitimately relevant for a long fucking time.
Yeah. I mean, would I have loved to
in the attic, bro?
Would I have loved to have seen Kiss in the halftime? Sure. But I got Kiss in the pregame in 99. Good enough for me. Billions of people saw it. Rock and roll. But to see some of these people not only ask for these dinosaur acts, but also asking for acts that haven't been relevant in years.
Yes.
You know who'd be cool, man? If we could do, like, Poison's not playing the Super Bowl, okay? Poison's not going to the Super Bowl. Poison's watching the Super Bowl at home, and Ricky Rocket's out there on the grill making fucking burgers, okay? Then you get the hardcore metal guys. This is my favorite. You know who should play the fucking Super Bowl, man? Slayer.
Yeah, they should. You know what? As soon as they break their first top 40 hit, we'll put them in a bowl, baby.
You could, and to that point, you could argue Metallica has a seat at that table because they, sold over 100 million records. They've had top 40 hits, but again, it's not the
Super Bowl halftime is a direct reflection of what's popular now.
Current state,
correct?
Current state of popularity.
Correct.
Not about
right now.
anything else.
And James Petrogallo
Prince was making a renaissance. Prince was having a renaissance then.
Of course. James Petrogallo put it best on the Patreon gimmick a week ago. The Super Bowl halftime show, we've said it last year, is not for guys like us. It's for women, teenagers, and gay men. Because while we're all filling up our plates and refreshing our beverage, the women, the teenagers, and the gay men are watching the halftime show.
See, I like to watch the halftime show.
I don't mind it either, but it's not for us. We are there to watch, 22 guys beat the shit out of each other for 3 hours.
You know what I mean?
That's not for us.
Yes and no to a degree. It is for the younger people. It's not for anybody really over 40.
Bingo. I mean, I can't think of a main. Go ahead, please.
You also have to look. When did the Super Bowl halftime become a big deal? When was the first big deal Super Bowl halftime?
89 with the New Kids on the Block. I just listened to.
No. Isn't it earlier?
No, it was always marching bands and Disney's tribute to whatever the fuck they were promoting at the time. And here's our Motown tribute. The New Kids on the Block, bro. Well, the year before was Gloria Estefan. So you could even go Gloria Estefan 1988. Before the bus crash. I'm not saying that to be a prick. It was pre-bus crash.
I'm gonna do a little Google.
Or you could just get $5 on Patreon. You could listen to James and Jimmy wax philosophically for an hour and 11 minutes. It was fun listening to that. But yeah, Michael Jackson was the first big, huge one. But New Kids on the Block going out there, Aretha Franklin, I think it was Anita Baker, Diana Ross. Again, we're talking about, even at that time, Diana Ross is a dinosaur act.
Well, let's see.
I'm telling you, just tell me I'm right. Go ahead, I'll wait.
1980.
GimmickSchneebitzMarchingBand.com. Yeah.
1982 was a salute to Motown. Getting a little bit more relevant, especially 82. Yep. Motown was everywhere.
Yeah, it was like the 25th anniversary of the Motown craze. Yeah, I remember.
1950s rock and roll in '89.
Yep. Okay, I was wrong. I was
Years of Happiness, Salute to the Peanuts was 1990. Small World, 25 years of the Super Bowl.
What happened? Where were the new kids? I thought 91, the new kids.
Yeah, that's what, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
1991, New Kids on the Block.
Okay, it was 91. I was off by 3 years.
Chubby Checker was 88. Again, but no, listen, he was having a renaissance during that career.
I know, because of the beach movies and...
No. Chubby Checker. The twist became popular
Chubby Checker and the fat.
I would like to say that 1972 was the first big show, and I'll say that. Say that. Nope.
Okay.
72 was Ella Fitzgerald.
Thank you.
Channing and Al Hurt.
Al Hurt was huge back then. Huge.
I'll agree with that. But
only because of those stars at the time were true. Like Up With People did it a shitload. You know what I mean? Like,
but ask yourself
like
this question
at the fucking Super Bowl. But,
ask yourself this question.
Ella Fitzgerald in '72 was the first time we saw, like, yes, the U.S. Air Force shit, but they were the first time you saw like big names that were current right there. Ella Fitzgerald was so fucking still relevant in '72. You know what I mean?
Ask yourself this question. Yes, she was, but if you are, and I was born in '72, so I can't answer this question. But if you're a teenager
Jackson
in 1972,
and the Kids on the Block and Stefan, 91, 92, 93, those were your first stadium style shows.
Mainstream, current, top of the chart motherfuckers. Yes.
Well, you can argue that in their time, the ones in the '70s, early '70s, were current top chart hitters of their time.
They were.
It's all relative to the time of which the Super Bowl happened.
It is, but it's right. I think that early '90s was that whole look. You had
the early '90s is when they figured out we have a cash cow.
Country was now becoming stadium country. It wasn't old school country music. It was now becoming these stadium.
Garth Brooks, Brooks and Dunn.
Right. It started to become a completely new animal and that's also when all of that shit started happening. They started pulling in actual filling stadium acts as your halftime show.
Right.
Rather than artists that could fill a nice place or great. They started pulling in fucking mercs for filling a stadium.
All right. You want to hit the music? We'll wax on this philosophically as more people come in.
And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns, it's Chris Lynch, this is Dysfunction Junction.
The man with the infectious smile will be late because, well, he's dealing with an infection. But you got the three amigos, the three stooges, the Trace Gringos. Right. We're going to finish the report card and rapid fire. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, our predictions, our complaints. We're going to continue the conversation. If you were smart enough to have your little bell ready, when we say we're going live, we're live. We just had a great conversation about Super Bowl halftime shows, and we're going to relive that in just a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, put your feet up, kick back. If you're like Lynch, grab a Mountain Dew. If you're like me, grab an ice cold beer. If you're like Herm, get your bong ready and say, welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Yeah.
My name is Chris Burns. With me, as always, the Possum King himself, the king of the in-house stripper pole. He is the one, the only. Yeah, I see it. What's your name?
Christopher Lynch.
Thank you very much. And, of course, the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair. And if you're looking at his screenshot right now, the man with no name, please welcome
Look at that.
Big Herm, Michael E.F. Herman.
What is up?
I think you should do that every week when I say his name. Hit that little button and be like,
Yeah, I mean, he's the glue.
All right.
He holds the
You know
tempo.
what? Do we want to do the report card at the top, or do we want to continue our Super Bowl conversation and let these nice folks in on it?
Let's get the report card out of the way.
All right. I'm going to try to rapid fire this because first, Lynch says he doesn't want to talk politics, that he's sharing political shit on the group chat all the time. And we already know, Herm,
no,
go
there's
ahead.
There's a difference between showing different points of view.
I know.
And actually discussing it.
Right. So you don't want to discuss
the three of us have talked about this to death. And to me, getting it out in the ether gets it out of my brain.
Okay. I'm going to make
if you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes, I'm going to make an executive decision that after this episode, and Herm, you have to play ball. There's no Herming it. After this episode, we take a 1-month moratorium on Dysfunction Junction from talking about politics. Do we agree?
I agree.
Sure.
Herm?
Sure.
Okay, you go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Yeah, we need to get back to the more kind of fun shit.
All right.
Like having guests and stuff like that.
In the spirit of no politics, we'll even throw an extra month. We'll go February and March. How do you like that?
Spirit of Halloween? What?
Yes. You, sirs, may fuck off. We now have the decision. All right. But first, we have to finish this. We left off last week. We left off last week at self-awareness, which I was the only one to say that he had a high self-awareness because he knows who he is. He's an asshole. However, let's move to the next one. Self-management. Man, I think this dude underperforms in self-management, and it shows in every fucking tweet he ever sends. It shows in every speech he gives. And not to beat an old dead horse, but I've said it a million times. If he comes out and he says something and he goes 2 sentences, he should stop. Shut the fuck up. Don't say another word. But here's the problem. He keeps talking. He doesn't know how. Self-management, to me, includes self-censorship. He fails.
Self-restraint.
Yeah, he is unsatisfactory. He gets a 1 grade from me.
A 1. Ooh, he gets the same from me.
Okay. I figured Herm's going to say the same thing. Herm is listening for something. The ghosts. It's the green lady. She's come to Colorado to kick your ass.
No, it's Shirley.
Okay. What up, Cheryl? All right. The next one, this is going to hurt all of us. Actually, it's not. Social awareness. Look, dude grew up the son of a millionaire. His adult life, he's been a millionaire into a billionaire. He's made successful businesses. He's had unsuccessful businesses. Is he really socially aware? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Unsatisfactory, 1 grade. And with that, Lynch has quit the show.
Right?
Well, I guess we don't have to hear what he has to say about this. This one I took in 2 different directions. You have, it says relationship skills. He said 2 failed marriages. He's now on his 3rd marriage. It's gone on pretty good. Sometimes the 3rd time is the charm. Some of us have learned that. Looking up in the upper left-hand corner. Sometimes the 3rd time is the charm, man. However, look at the relationships he has had with politicians, with businessmen, with random celebrities, and they all go south. Unsatisfactory, 1 grade.
Agreed.
I mean, Herm's like, fuck yeah. All right. Responsible decision making.
He buys his wives, and he still can't fucking keep them.
Hey, Melania's hung around for 20 plus years.
Well,
the checks are clearing.
The checks are clearing. This is a much better life than being a Ukrainian hooker.
I still think Marla Maples was his cutest wife. I'm not gonna lie. That dress
Were they
she wore
actually married?
Yes. That dress she wore on Fresh Prince. Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Oh, right.
When Trump and Marla Maples were going to buy the house from the banks.
Right.
Responsible decision making. This can go one of 2 ways. I'm going to keep it right in the middle because he's made some good decisions. He's made some shit decisions. Needs improvement. I'm giving him a low 2. Not even a 1, just a low 2. Like D-.
borderline passing.
Very, very close to failing. Yes, borderline passing. Hey, you're the optimist, okay? You can say borderline passing all you want. I'm saying just close to fail. See,
Just
I love your
above
optimism.
failing.
Let's see. Use of a variety of digital tools.
He's a tool.
I'm going in two different directions.
He is definitely a digital tool.
Okay, hold on. He can use those tools. Twitter.
What
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Trump's dial-up.
Donald, he's trying to call in.
He can use these tools. So for that, I give him outstanding. However, for the effort grade, he uses them so poorly. He's an asshole. 1 grade. Which is weird because on one side you have, hey, he knows how to use this shit, but he doesn't use it well.
Right, like, he knows how to hold a jackhammer, but OSHA's real fucking scared when he picks it up.
Yeah, the safety monitor's giving a close eye on him.
Losing his fucking wets himself every time Donald touches a power tool. All right.
Is he on his meds today? Is he okay?
Isn't it funny that the last 2 presidents, we ask, are they on their meds? We ask if they're sentient today. We ask if they understand where they are today. Whose pants are these?
Who's shitting my pants?
Right?
You did, Donald. You did.
Isn't that a
Joe's
thing that
pants?
he shit himself during a
The cabinet meeting with the girl. Did you see the girl in the green jacket loser?
She's like this.
Bro.
Was that a shit or a fart? Either way, it's not.
It was
not
loud, dude.
presidential.
Did you hear it?
I know.
As somebody with producer software, if you take that video snip and clean it up and pull the distortion out of the background noise and put a filter on it, you can clearly hear him shit his pants, and they look at him, and then you see the guy next to her first, like, and then
I saw that part,
and then you see this.
Well, there was that dinner.
Bro,
Look,
I cleaned it up. You can clearly
I would want to be
hear
a fly on the wall to
himself.
smell that fart. Just how bad did it smell?
We've now had 2 consecutive presidents who have shit themselves in public, and their supporters are going to say,
"This is the second known time we've seen Donald do this."
I don't know about the first one. You have to.
I just love the way he's like, okay, no more questions. Out.
Yeah,
gotta go.
I gotta go wipe.
I gotta go peel my butt cheeks apart.
JD, get my
JD,
wipe.
JD, buddy, get my loofah. Get the rough one.
Hey!
Don't disparage. Don't disparage. So
Don't
do I.
disparage the loofah.
No,
I use
and
a
you
loofah.
with the face. Don't disparage the good goddamn name of JD Vance. It's not his problem. He's just along for the ride.
Yes, boss.
Read the book. Read the book. All right. Here's the problem we're gonna have. This is where Herm is gonna go absolutely apeshit. 21st century skills. Look at him. He's shaking his head.
He has no 21st century skills. He's trying to make it 1947 again.
I was gonna say 87, but hey, Ryan Springer's in the house. Donald's hands are so small that he would need help using any tools in the presidential chart. Nice. I just look at the top because it's not a category, but for 21st century skills, I said needs improvement. It's a low 2, but it's not a category. I'm just telling you where we're going. Communication. We've covered this. Dude can talk, but what is he saying? And how does he ruin it? Correct. Needs improvement. Letter grade 2.
They say the empty can rattles the
most. Thank you, James. Collaboration, dude.
Yes.
Who does he fucking collaborate with? He just wants
Putin.
Stop. I'm nobody's
interesting.
Stop.
There have been some interesting things and mentions of
Anybody
Putin in the
that throws
Epstein
money at him is who he collaborates with.
Correct. Yeah, I saw those too, Lynch, and I can't go through 3 million pages. Unlike the Parental Rights and Education Act, I read every 207 pages that were put out. I'm not reading 3 million pages. That's for people in a higher pay grade than me. The 3 million pages they released of the Epstein files recently.
No,
I'm not reading that.
I'll have Grok do that.
There you go.
Give me a nice summary.
When the Parental Rights and Education Act came out, I read all 207 pages. It was like a really nice book for me.
Oh, hey. You stopped talking.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. He's in the void. Oh, wait. Come on, Chris. We'll get you back.
Hi, I'm Walter Cronkite, and this is the news. So basically, Donald, I told you you're not allowed on the podcast. Stop trying to break in.
Him and the Russians are kicking you out.
Probably. Collaboration, I think we're all in agreement. Unsatisfactory, 1 grade.
Collaborate. Listen.
All right. Critical thinking. I can't get into his head. I'm going to give it from what I can see. Very much needs improvement. I think he has good ideas, but he ruins them by opening his mouth. Needs improvement. 2 grade.
Definitely.
Yeah,
all right. Creativity. Donald Trump hasn't been creative since The Apprentice. And The Apprentice started 20 years ago.
Now, I'm going the other way with it. Because he comes up with some really goofy shit. He really does.
For every no tax on tips or the $1,000 baby credit that they're doing now, the fund to when the kid grows up, minimally they'll have, $25,000 to start a life and a career and all that bullshit. Those are good ideas. The big beautiful bill.
I'm so glad I'm not having children because I'm all set with that money.
That's fine.
Yeah. Gotcha.
The big beautiful bill. If for those of us who have actually read it, a quarter of it is great, and the rest of it is drivel. I'm giving it a needs improvement for creativity, and it's a high 2 on this one.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see that.
Okay. Visual and performance, creative expression. Dude, nobody is. This is the 1 good grade he's going to get on the second half. I love that dance, by the way. All right, don't tell Mark. But when listen, don't tell Mark. Mark hates Trump, but whenever the Falcons score a touchdown, I do the Trump dance, and he doesn't even catch on. I think that dance is hilarious. It's no different than the Pee Wee Herman dance, and that thing has lasted years and years. The Trump dance is not going to last. We understand it. The Trump dance is not. The Carlton, the Pee Wee, the Cosby, even though I wasn't drugged or fucked in the butt. Those dances last forever. The Trump dance will not.
That you know of.
Right. But the creative expression, he is very creative in expressing himself. He's not creative much anywhere else. He hasn't been creative since the launch of The Apprentice, since the board game back in the day, since the books he co-wrote or had ghostwritten for him. I'm not going to disparage. I think he's outstanding at creative expression, and I'm giving him a 4.
Absolutely. He is a creative dude.
Okay.
I mean, in business, he came up with some very creative things, and in real estate.
Like Trump steaks.
Trump what?
Trump steaks.
Steaks?
Trump University.
The steaks that he used to sell.
Mm-hmm. See, and
give me the next Omaha steak.
That goes into creativity where when he put out the sneakers, I thought that was great. If you can make money and people are going to wear shoes that say Trump on them, God love you. The Trump Bible, go fuck yourself. As the Christian on the panel, that's not cool. That's not fucking cool.
Yeah, the King Trump edition.
The Bible according to Trump.
Right?
What the fuck?
God said, "Let there be light."
Pack your fucking bags, Margaret.
God said, "Let there be light." But nobody knows light like me. I have the best lights.
I have the best light
ever.
Best light.
So Jesus and I were rapping one afternoon.
Really bright light.
If I'd been in the Garden of Eden, it wouldn't have been the apple. It would have been Trump steaks. They're the best steaks.
My wine would have been the best watered wine ever.
They would have Adam would have had steaks everywhere, and Eve would have just made great steaks. What the fuck?
Then Melania showed up and broke up the party. I had to climb off of Jesus and Mary.
We poured a little bit of wine out for Ivanka, God rest her soul. She gave me 2 beautiful children. It was one for my
Put a
homies.
little out for the homettes, some out. This is for my homie.
This is my homie Jeffrey.
I gotta give credit where
For
credit
my
is
first,
due.
second, and third wives right here. This is it. Right?
I gotta give credit where credit is due. I heard over the years, you didn't hear a lot of Carter impressions. You heard Reagan impressions. Bush
But man,
one.
you hear the most Trump impressions. They're the greatest.
The best Trump impression there is the comedian Godfrey.
Yes, he is amazing at it.
He's got
the
gate, the vernacular, the one he did with Dr. Dre. I'm here with Dr. Dre. I'm not sure if he's a medical doctor, but he's my favorite doctor.
My favorite doctor.
He was
so fucking ridiculous.
We have been blessed. We have been blessed since Reagan to have a president each term that is easily mockable. From Reagan, well, Nancy took away my jelly beans, all the way to Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Bush too.
In her mouth.
Obama, Biden, and Trump, though, have
never
provided
been
so much
jail.
entertainment for comedians. I don't want red states. I don't want blue states. I'm looking for purple states. I want there to be just one America. There is one America, Barack. Shut up. Of course, Biden would be like, America got it. We beat Medicare. And now Trump is a treasure trove of mockery.
I liked Alec Baldwin's Trump. Alec Baldwin's Trump on SNL was pretty good.
If they could find a way, and I'm sure some liberal will get upset with me saying this, and I really don't give a fuck, get Godfrey to go on Saturday Night Live, give him a wig, get some makeup on him.
Dude, yeah, I would pay to be in the audience.
It would be like remember the movie White Chicks where the Wayans brothers became
so bad,
yeah. Godfrey could become white Trump. Well, Trump is white, but he could be like, it's Dr. Dre. I don't know if he went to medical school.
Just pull the whole Eddie Murphy white person.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
How cool would that be? All right, here we go. Overall grade. I actually did the math and I added all these up, and I have a grade. And my overall grade for DJT year 1 is a very low, needs improvement. He's at a 2.2. Very bad. Very bad. It's a passable grade, but on my watch, everything goes great. Everything goes wonderful. On my watch, he would have.
I'm the best Burns ever.
I'm going to say that technically, Mom would have had to have called a PPT. Mom would have had to have called the principal, the counselors.
Oh yeah,
and a bunch of other people in, and would have had to tell their son, those parents, that your child is not ready.
It's fucking insane.
4th grade, and we would need to You're going to pass. The problem is that you're already behind
the 8 ball.
You're already behind, so you're not.
Here's your summer reading list. And there's 50 books on it.
Donald has a summer reading list, and Donald would basically has to have a summer like I did, and in 3rd and 4th grade. My teachers didn't assign anything. But my mother required 3 fucking written book reports over the summer, and an oral. I also had other things, but
wait, I didn't know you were from Alabama.
Yeah,
you performed. Never mind.
Yes, yes. I would have to give an oral.
Nice knowing you guys were canceled.
And 3 writtens over the.
You can only be Lynch. You can only be canceled if you're willing to be canceled. Much like that twat Billie Eilish, and we're going to talk about her in just a little bit.
Oh, I got things to say.
Anyway, this is why I wanted to do this report card, because I knew we'd get different perspectives. We're all going to have our say. I know Herm's was going to be brutal. Lynch's would be. I actually thought you would be a little bit more forgiving. I thought after hearing episode 1 and listening to this, I was more forgiving.
I kind of saw it leaning that way anyway.
Mm-hmm. What, that I was going to be forgiving?
Being a former liberal myself, I can see you're where I was 10 years ago.
I left the Democratic Party 13 years ago.
Right. And you can still see that your perspective is it's very 50-50.
Yes.
Mine leans a little bit more right
Okay.
than that.
And that's why,
only because it's not about political party. I don't give a shit about parties.
Correct.
I am of common sense. Would a reasonable person of reasonable intelligence understand how to function in society based upon the rules put forth?
Sure.
And should there be unreasonable rules that don't make sense for the safety of the population, why would you open yourself up for your own country to hurt yourself?
Right. You just sparked something in my head, and I think you'll both get it, but Herm was very much a proponent of this game back in the late 80s, early 90s. Going Hagen. Okay. Yeah. The 400-pound girl who thinks she's the hottest thing going at the bar or the pool hall or wherever you're at. There's someone for everyone, and that woman is going to find love someday. It may or may not be with me. However, my friend Alice said this earlier. It doesn't matter how you look, it's how you feel on the inside. And if you honestly think you are the hottest thing since Sydney Sweeney, since Eva Longoria, then you go, girl. Have at it. I'm not a very good looking dude. I'm 15 pounds overweight and I'm going gray faster than ever. But when I look in the mirror every morning and I see this, I say, God damn, you're still a sexy beast. Well, and I believe in it. I believe in it.
It's funny you bring that up because I heard on the ride to work today, I just throw on YouTube and just let it play like snippets, audio. And Andrew Wilson was arguing that anybody can think what they want about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's an unreasonable or unrealistic, if you're 450 pounds and basically not an attractive in the face person, and you rate yourself a 10 based upon what metric? Because you have to be reasonable in what you observe in front of you. An attractive person, there's uber attractive and not attractive, and people are in the middle. And you find people attractive that I don't, just like Herm finds people attractive that you and I may or may not.
Sure.
But if it's below the average of what you're looking at, you're out of your gourd reasonably for rating yourself a 10. And a lot of that is society. Society makes fun of fat people unfairly.
Yeah.
And
I almost got my ass.
I get why people say that. And I'm compassionate to that.
Right.
Because you don't know why they are the way they are. There could be a medical condition, it could be a million things, but whatever. But to say, if you were to be put in a pool of 12 women and the other 11 were knockouts, that any one man out of that group would find you attractive is
how many men are we talking about? Because if you put 100 men, if you put 10 women up there, 9 supermodels, and
I'm using a manageable number.
Okay.
One guy.
One guy.
Women.
That might be. Look.
The
I'm
likelihood of that man finding the heaviest woman in that room attractive, who's not very attractive in the face to begin with, is very, very slim. Is that not a reasonable thing to think?
That makes sense. Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm all about body positivity, but not to the point where you could potentially harm someone by doing that, by feeding into a delusion.
Like detrimental to common sense.
Well, detrimental to their mental health.
But not even
because
that.
There's some people that think really strange things about themselves. And it's like, you want to be supportive, but you also don't want, you're like, wow, that doesn't sound like a reasonable thing to think about yourself.
There's a guy I know who is overweight. He's not obese by any means, but he's overweight. I could probably still run a mile. Yeah, you'd be huffing and puffing when it's all over. I can't run a mile anymore.
I could run one right fucking now.
I bet you could. And
Out of
we'll
the,
be
out of the
looking,
four
we'll
of us,
be,
Aaron, you're the best in shape.
Honestly,
Right.
I walk 12 to 15 a day at work in a kitchen.
And I'm telling you right now, out of the four of us, you are the healthiest among us.
I'm
I
not
will say
saying
that for a fact.
I will not say that you could not, because I believe right now, between your health regimen, your weight loss, just the transformation of Herm in the last couple of years that we've done this show, I do think you could still go out there and run a mile. I'm not looking forward to the text from your wife the day after going, he had a heart attack. He's done. He wheezed himself dead. We're not as young as we used to be, and we have to acknowledge that. However,
now you see my point. That's
Yes,
an
I will.
unreasonable expectation.
I'm not saying I'm running 4-minute miles either.
No, you could tiptoe your way through the tulips doing that
You know what I
power
mean?
walk
Like,
jog gimmick.
The last time I was in the gym and shit working out, 15 years ago, I was doing 6-minute miles as a
Nice.
260-pound
Me
man,
neither, Ryan.
70-pound man. But
I can barely drive a mile without passing
you know
out.
what I mean? I could probably do it doesn't sound good. I could probably do an 8-minute mile, a steady jog.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to try for anything more than that.
Oh no, you're not going for the Boston Marathon. This we know to be true.
No, and I'm not sprinting a fucking mile either. I'll
Fuck
go
no.
jog. I'll go jog two laps around the track
Yeah.
and come in.
But anyway,
Fuck yeah.
let's get back on track. Yeah, but reasonable.
That kind of was the track, and we just did it. All right. Super Bowl. I got 3 segments that I want to do. One, we teased at. If any of you joined us early when we do like the little pre-show teaser, you know what we're going to talk about. The first one is the game itself.
Bad Bunny.
We'll talk about Bad Bunny.
I want to talk about Bad Bunny.
Boricua.
Bad Bunny has a curious distinction that I don't think you knew about her. Bad Bunny will be the first Super Bowl halftime performer who has also competed in the Royal Rumble. And had a match at
I mean, two
WrestleMania.
things can be true at the same time.
Yes.
I mean, you
Yes.
know, that is a possibility. It's
Hey,
true.
I didn't see Paul McCartney in the Royal Rumble.
No. That's because he had wings.
You can't throw him over the top rope. All right. The game itself.
All right.
I've been watching Vegas odds, and they've gone up and down. And currently, I'm going to
They're
go to
3.5
DraftKings.
points.
Yeah, that was the last one I saw was Seattle by 3.5 points. I want to know what Vegas knows that we don't about the health of these teams, because I've watched the Patriots be the favorite and then the Seattle. It's gone. It's like a heartbeat for
Well,
last
you
week.
See, with a match this tight, games the predictions will be that way. Now, if this were a lopsided, if it was Seattle against anybody else that could have been there, Seattle will be the favor, hands down favor by like 7 points.
Okay.
Think about it, because it isn't a situation against New England. New England is very
Scrappy.
weird and volatile this season.
Yes, they're scrappy.
So
They win games. they're
that's
not
why the
supposed
line
to
has
win.
been changing up and down, back both ways. Yeah, and it's at 3.5 points. Going to Seattle for the win right now, and by Saturday it'll probably be like 5.
Brian says I'm going with the Patriots winning by 3, 27-24, game-winning kick. You're conjuring up Adam Vinatieri vibes right now for that winning kick.
Well, you're kind of reading my mind, but I think it's going to go the other way. Seattle over. It's going to be close. I don't think it's. I hope
Seattle's
it's not a
defense.
lopsided game, one-sided. I really don't. I hate
Same.
things like that.
Seattle's defense is beast, but
Yes.
on the other side, New England's defense is tricky. They're in the right place at the right time. The coverages are great. Those games that New England won to get themselves to the Super Bowl were defensive wins, and that's why this, to me, is an intriguing matchup.
They're very good hurry up defense.
Yes.
because they call the audible as soon as they see the change. Like in mid stride, the center will be like, we'll call out to the QB and like, no, 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 and then they'll change it. It's a good rhythm they have
Yes.
because the rhythm going to get you.
Here we go. We're
Oh,
going back.
Jesus.
We're going back to Glorious
We're going back to 92.
Ha! See what I did there?
I say, come on, shake your body, Lynch. Do that conga.
No.
I like this game. I think this matchup is going to be great. I just don't like Seattle. I don't like Seattle. I not since Rick Meyer and Steve Largent have I liked Seattle. I don't know what it is, but I think they're going to win. And I almost called you, but Tim Silvestri came up big for me for this weekend. I promised you that I would reveal who I'm rooting for this weekend. And I'm going to do this again on Speedway.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm going rogue. I'm signing that 1 day contract for Patriots Nation. I'm going to be rooting for them. And if history is any teacher, they're probably going to lose now.
I'll have Robert Kraft have your check ready.
You know what else Tim did for me? He lent me a jersey.
Aw.
So I'm going to wear that Sunday.
Gronk.
I like Gronk. I told him, he's like, hey, man, you want to, we were talking back and forth, and I was asking about jerseys. He was, who do you want? I'm like, anybody but Brady. I fucking can't stand Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady. If you have a Teddy Bruschi jersey, I would take that. If you had a Steve Grogan jersey, I would take that. He goes, what about Gronk? I'm like, winner, done. I'll see you Tuesday. And pick that shit up.
I have a variable somewhere.
Do you really? You
Yeah.
also have a very special one that I hope you're going to wear on Sunday.
COVID. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. 19. Running back.
Running back.
Skinny little white guy with a big white beard.
University of Virology.
Yeah.
Ivermectin State.
Kleenex University.
He has a helmet, but there's no face guard. It's a mask.
Yeah.
That jersey, to this day, when Harrison got that order from you, you're like, is this real? I'm like, yeah, that's what he wants on his jersey. That is still my favorite.
It's the joke's never gonna die.
No, it's not, and it's a very cool talking piece. Ryan's in the comment section. I'm gonna wear my 2004 Ty Law jersey. Nice. Years ago, not the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl, another Patriots Super Bowl. I think it was against the Giants. I enlisted our friend Herm, Jeff Lame. And I said, do you still have that jersey I wore on Halloween years ago? He goes, you're going to wear that to the Super Bowl, aren't you? Yup. Aaron Hernandez. I got so many looks. Daggers coming out of people's eyes. I'm like, what? It's not like I killed those people. I'm just wearing the jersey to get a reaction out of you. And guess what? Ding, I won, motherfucker. Nobody has sense of humor anymore. Herm, how do you see this game going this weekend?
Like 22 dudes are going to go on a field. They're going to play. Somebody's going to win. And
hey, Christian Eckes, shut up.
No, I mean, like, I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog in the fight. I could care less.
Nor do I.
I'm going to be at work.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know what I mean? It's a Super Bowl. It'll Sunday. I'll more than likely be at work or dealing with something. Have some sort of event to do.
All right.
But yeah, so I'll be wearing a chef's coat for the Super Bowl.
Nice. Hey, can I listen? I don't think anybody from Speedway is watching. Can you and I collude for a minute? Can you not pick William Byron in the first round of the draft, please?
Sure.
Thank you. That's all. Shut up, Lynch. Shut up, Lynch.
Chase Briscoe heard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I will fall out of my chair. I'll lose 20 bucks.
She's going to too.
I'm gonna lose $20 to her Marsh says he's trying to get on. We'll figure that out in a minute. You don't have to have a dog in the fight to have a prediction on how the game is going to go. I mean, you watch football just like I do analytically, and you can see
I mean,
the
it's
different
really
teams.
close, man. It's basically probably a 3 to 6 point game by either team, either way. That is, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean it should be a good game only because they're pretty equally matched.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Both of them have really good offenses. I think Smith Najigba, former Buckeye, by the way, just awesome. Cooper Kupp still has, not Cooper Kupp. Fuck, who am I thinking of? The other guy. It doesn't matter. I hate Seattle. They have so many weapons on offense, but the Patriots offense is young, up and coming, and has, spark and fire. And I'm quite sure those kids are going in there this weekend thinking we have to prove ourselves. And Patriots Nation, listen to me. If you win this game, do not proclaim that the dynasty is back. It's one championship. You have to win a couple more to be a dynasty. It will be great if New England Patriots win this weekend. But it doesn't mean we're back, baby. We're back. Because if you look at teams like the Patriots, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Yankees, any number of teams who have won 3 or more in a row or 5 in a 10-year period, those are dynasties. You win 1, cool. Okay. Rock and roll. Awesome. You're back, baby.
Yeah. Ooh.
Don't get your panties in a wad thinking that this is the beginning of something new. If you do it this weekend, great. Go do it again. And then do it again. And then do it again.
Yeah, prove it wasn't a fluke.
To my Seattle fan friends, if you win, don't say this is redemption for the one you fucked up 10 years ago. Because it's not. It's a brand new team with brand new players. This isn't redemption. It's a beginning. It's the start of something. Fuck, I hate people. I just hate people.
If it were the same team of players, it would be a redemption.
Yeah, but they'd all be 45, 50 years old by now.
But, we're many years past. So
yeah.
You're right. Look at it as opening a new book, a new chapter.
For both teams, because let's be quite honest. The Patriots haven't been shit since Brady left. We know this.
No.
Seattle has been climbing slowly. This is the first year in almost 10 years where I've looked at Seattle and gone, okay, they're real early on. I said, they're going to be a contender. They're going to make fucking waves. And now here they are making fucking waves.
They need to put Travion Henderson in a bubble in the offseason and make sure that boy does not get hurt.
The Patriots?
Yes.
Tell him not to go out and do stupid shit in the offseason.
Dude, that kid can fucking run.
He's badass. He really is badass.
He reminds me a lot of Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
Give him
very much so 2
more seasons of performance like that. He'll start throwing AP numbers every week.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt he could be up there with AP. He could be up there with Megatron.
Yes.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. And I say this all the time with Herm, the receiver from Denver, who was a long threat, and his arm seemed to get bigger as the ball got near him. What the fuck was his name? The one that made Atlanta look bad in 99.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
He was just badass. And
every receiver or tight end?
Receiver. The tight end was Shannon Sharp.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Ryan in the comment section. I remember in 2024 when the Yankees made the World Series and people were proclaiming that we're back, and we all know how that turned out. True. But something my friend Mike said, the aforementioned on this show, Mike Coons, the Yankees sometimes go a decade and a half and let everybody else have some wins before they come back and win 5. And he's not lying. He's not lying. Look at the lineage of their championships. There's always a 10 to 15-year break after they've had a tremendous run, and then they fall off.
Yeah.
So, Yankees in 2028. Woohoo! I'm not giving them shit next year. Dude, we suck out loud.
You never
Anyway.
know.
No, you don't. And that's why they play the game. And I hate people who sit back and they're like, well, fill in the blank of your favorite team. We should have won this year. No, you shouldn't. And I'll give you the reason why. Because they played the games. You lost. Go fuck yourself. Eat shit. You know who won't say that? Raider fan, Falcon fan, Saints fan. Even though Saints fans usually have 3 teeth and an IQ of 4. I said that for Ryan, but I also said that because if Jen's listening, she's going to come in and threaten to stab me.
Of the
anytime
poor
now.
Raiders, man. I feel. Really
I don't
bad.
understand. Here's what I don't understand. Move to LA, move to Oakland. I don't care about the moves. But if you look at their end zone when the Raiders finally get there or the other team gets there 16 times, it still says commitment to excellence. What excellence are you committed to, Raiders?
They suck the
You
best.
haven't been shit in years.
They suck the best.
That's like Cosby saying committed to safety of women. It's just
Yeah, okay.
not, it's not real. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, we all got our predictions out of the way. I have all of my teeth, my IQ on the other hand. Ryan for the win in the comment section. I can't with him. Good job, kid. All right, halftime show. Bad Bunny. We all know on this show, if you were here for the pre-show, the Super Bowl halftime show is not for us. We are men of a certain age. We are there to watch football, eat gimmicks, have our beverages, regardless of what kind of beverages you have. We're there for the game. The halftime show is for women, teenagers, and gay men. Unless your favorite artist, and I'm pointing at Herm on this one because he did bring it up pre-show. One of your favorite artists performed last year, and you loved it. But the halftime show is not for us. Get over it. I'm going to have fun watching Bad Bunny because I happen to be a slight fan of Bad Bunny. I did not know a lot about Kendrick Lamar. Herm sent me a couple songs to listen to. 2 of them made the halftime show. So I had fun. It was decent. I had a really good time. However, if you're worried about the halftime show, you're doing this wrong. It's about the game. It's about determining who is the champion of the NFL for the 2025 season. Get over it. Herm, I know you're excited for Bad Bunny. Why don't you wax philosophically about what you said pre-show in regard to he doesn't speak English, he's not American. Please. School these people.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
think
Herm?
he's trying to solve Matt's problem at the same time.
Yeah. Matt is not able to connect. I don't know why. It just tells him it's, I don't know, like it's everybody else's link works. I think it's something with the phone or that he's on a fucking mobile, and it's
Yeah.
Apple, but
That's possible.
he might have to cut and paste. Hold on. You might have to cut.
While Herm's doing that,
Okay.
Oh,
You talk
like
about the
you
halftime show. We'll get back to Herm.
Or Safari.
was it really a great choice? I don't know.
Absolutely.
But
Why is it a bad choice?
Top of the
Why is
charts
it-
it's not a
show.
bad choice. I'm not
Why is
saying it's a bad choice.
No. I'm asking you for the sake of conversation. Why is it a bad choice for any reason at all?
Speaking from that side of the coin, this is what you hear. And I think you already said it. He ain't American. You don't speak English.
Actually, he does.
Okay.
All the time. he does.
Dumbasses. Puerto Ricans are Americans. Like it or not, they're fucking Americans. Get
Right.
over
Yes.
it.
Right.
Get over yourself.
Like our
I think-
Samoan brothers and sisters.
Let me
He's
keep going
Puerto,
on Bad
Puerto
Bunny.
Rico, kind of like, or do you also think that Alaska and Hawaii live in little boxes in the middle of the Pacific Ocean?
So Puerto
Unbelievable.
Ricans are fucking American. Go fuck yourself. He does speak English. And he's gone out of his way to speak better English in the last 5 years than when I've seen interviews with him when he first broke out.
In the
When he
last
first broke out, you could barely understand him.
You could barely understand him years ago when I was pulling his music for Latin events and weddings. Years ago as a wedding DJ, when he first you could not understand anything he said at all, barely. It was so heavy. He just grown up, in Puerto Rico, speaks Spanish. But he's definitely improved and worked on it, and yeah.
I think the side that is rejecting the premise of having Bad Bunny be the Super Bowl halftime show, it just shows you how the rest of the world views us. Ignorant. Fucking ignorant. So what? He's Puerto Rican. So what? He's Spanish. He speaks Spanish. So what? Guess what? Half of your neighbors are probably be Puerto Rican and speak Spanish.
Were you here, Lynch, when I did the rant on Rammstein and The Who, HU, not the Roger Daltrey version?
No.
Okay. For those people that are complaining that, Bad Bunny doesn't speak English, and how are you going to understand? On my shuffle on heavy rotation are The Who, HU, who sing in all Mongolian, and I'm rocking my ass off. Also in heavy rotation is a band I have unapologetically loved now for almost 30 years, which is Rammstein, all in German. Do I understand what they're saying? Fuck no. Do I pretend I know what they're saying? Absolutely not. But I will sit there and do the, Ustabine, gonna sliden, gonna Shina Bonesteiden. I don't give a fuck. The music is hot and I love it. Same with The Who, HU. I have to do that for those out there who are like, Roger Daltrey speaks English. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah. Booger flingers everywhere.
Speaking of which, I got to find my hat because
but I also don't appreciate people saying that he was a little over the top with his acceptance speech either. I think what he said was very, very beautifully stated.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's right.
We can get to that. I mean, that's something with the Billie Eilish thing.
Right,
Matt Marsh is in the comment section.
It's a footnote we can discuss later.
What up?
Understood.
But I'm actually looking forward to seeing it, just like I was Kendrick Lamar. I had heard his music before. I like him. Bad Bunny, not so much. I've heard some of the stuff that's more recent, only because I listen to the radio at work. And it's Q105.
Yep.
So I'm going to hear it. I'm going to expose a lot of pop music, like Chapel Roan. She digs a couple groovy tunes.
Oh yeah, Pink Pony Club is on my rotation.
Club, and there's another one. One of her other newer songs is really good.
I haven't dived deeper into her stuff, but a friend of mine played me Pink Pony Club, and I think we talked about it on the show before. The piano bit, very soulful singing. Then it goes to poppy. Then the guitarist comes in and just fucking shreds.
It's very 80s.
And her voice,
very 80s vibe.
Yes, and her voice is so alive. And
yeah, she's a great singer.
Thank you, Ryan. The Who, HU rocks. Triangle, and the song they did with the guy from Alice in Chains, Warrior Soul, best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Best stuff. There's a couple others I could recommend, but what have you. But Chapel Roan, again, put her out there. I wouldn't be upset if Sabrina Carpenter did the halftime show. I may pick on Tay-Tay a lot, but she writes catchy shit. And if you put Taylor Swift in the halftime show, people aren't going to bitch. People are going to bitch, but they're not going to bitch as much as they do with Bad Bunny or they did last year. Right. Or like last year with Kendrick Lamar. I don't even know who Kendrick Lamar is. I'm sorry. Here's your finger. Here's the pulse. Here's your finger far away from the pulse, directly in your asshole.
Yeah.
I may not be a fan of a lot of this music that has been put out there in the last few years on the Super Bowl halftime show, but I know who they are. I'm not a huge fan of Lady Gaga, but I liked her show. I love Pink. She appeared at one of these halftime
She's
shows.
awesome.
Dua
She's one of the
Lipa,
best live shows ever.
that the day that Dua Lipa did her little thing, her little 5-minute bit as a side dish at the Super Bowl, taught me who Dua Lipa was. She's got some killer fucking tunes.
Yep.
So in a way, some of these newer halftime shows are teaching me, who's a music freak, much like you, Lynch, about new things. The minute that Nickelback plays the Super Bowl, I'm not watching the Super Bowl. I am not watching the halftime show. I will watch golf. I will watch a fucking French movie with subtitles. I will do
Ski
anything
golf.
but watch the Super Bowl, which is not true. I would watch a Super Bowl. I would just duck out during the halftime show.
No,
Hell,
I'm-
I didn't know shit about Justin Timberlake's music outside of NSYNC. And when he did Tittygate with Janet Jackson, phenomenal show, including the titty.
what a scandal.
I know, right? Shows you how we've progressed as a society. In the 80s, people would have loved that shit. Now it's like, oh my God, there was a titty. My son had to go to school and talk about his trauma. No, he didn't. Your son went to school being, hey, did you watch the Super Bowl? I saw a titty. Did you see the titty?
I saw
the
Janet
titty."
Jackson's
Parents- Parents nowadays, by and large, underestimate their kids. They think their kids are just Barney watching, Miss Rachel loving motherfuckers.
No.
Talking about the latest episode of Bluey. That 8-year-old went to school and went, did you see that titty? I saw that titty. I kind of like titties.
Did you see
I kinda-
boobs last night?
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. Kids are Beavis and Butthead.
Much like we were in high school.
Exactly. Much like we are now. Come on.
Yeah, you and I are basically an adult version of Beavis and Butthead.
Does that make Herm Stewart? Because I really don't want to make him Stewart.
No,
You know
he's
what?
a neighbor.
He's Todd. I'll give Herm Todd.
I'll give him Todd. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Todd.
Or Buzzcut. Herm's got a lot of Buzzcut in him.
Let's go. Let's go.
Lake. We're going to be talking about the penis.
Kick me in the gimme again.
Are you afraid, butthead?
I used to say that all the time in the 90s. Kick me in the gimme.
Nope. Herm and I, our favorite was when Beavis and Butthead poured sugar into Buzzcut's gas tank and he's trying to start the car. What is your major malfunction? Start. Do you hear me?
That's a good one too. He was the
anything-
best.
If anything broke in our apartment, what is your major malfunction? Work.
Just fucking work.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's me yelling at my computer system at work. Just fucking work.
Herm and I were talking about this. Some of the older, whiter people that we know not only have a problem with Bad Bunny, but they want dinosaur rock in the Super Bowl halftime show. And I'm going to say
Not
this
relevant.
as a card-carrying member of the Kiss Army, would I have loved to see Kiss in the halftime show? Sure. But you have thousands of artists in one spot. That spot doesn't go to everybody. So for every Kiss, for every Van Halen, Metallica, I'm talking about good groups. You can leave Poison way down here. You can move Motley a little bit farther up, rock acts. Nobody wants to see dinosaur rock. We had that. Herm called it the overcorrection. After Tittygate, we got Paul McCartney. I love Paul McCartney, but I don't think he's exciting at the Super Bowl. The Rolling Stones. We got the real Who, Roger Daltrey, WHO. Have to do that for Ryan. We had a bunch of Tom Petty, although he put on one of the best performances
a
of
good
his
show.
life. It was a great fucking Super Bowl halftime show with Tom Petty. But you're not gonna get those eyes that you want for the halftime show, the women, the teens, and the gay men. If you're
The
putting
shoppers.
if you're putting dinosaur rock out there. Herm mentioned Green Day, and not a huge fan. I think they're decent musicians. I think their music overall is just paint by numbers, but I don't think Green Day would have made a great halftime show.
They do put on a hell of a live show.
So I've heard.
It was really, really good 2 years ago when we went. It's probably one of the best shows in the last 10, 15 years I've been to.
Okay.
That and Pink. I've seen her 3 times. And
Garth
she's amazing
Brooks.
every time.
Garth Brooks in his prime.
Oh my God.
When I
was
say
at a
his
show.
prime, between 95 and 2015, that 20-year span, I've seen Garth Brooks 3 times. Every show is amazing. You put him out there, it would have been fantastic. But what did they do with country back in 96, 97? It was Tanya Tucker. I can't remember the other guy. Travis Tritt was there. I love Travis Tritt. But it was like this conglomeration. Here's a bunch. Oh, the Judds were there too.
Mhm.
Like, really? The last thing I want to hear in the middle of an exciting football game is any man on earth ain't gonna do me when things with stuff. No. Sing some exciting shit. At least Travis Tritt went out there and played Trouble and rocked the fucking stadium. Every Super Bowl halftime show going forward, in my opinion, are going to be based on 2 acts. Michael Jackson, the original big time Super Bowl act.
Yep.
And like Herm said, Prince.
Yep.
Because I also am a huge
Motherfucker made it
Prince
rain.
fan.
He made
God,
it rain.
here's what I said. When that show was going on and the rain started to fall and it caught on the purple lights and they were playing Purple Rain at the fucking time, I said, God is obviously a Prince fan.
Dude, that was the first halftime show I actually like, all right, everybody shut the fuck up. Because it was Prince.
There are 2 kinds of people in this world, Chris. There are Prince
Dude.
fans and there are idiots.
Dude, I'm getting chills thinking about it
Right now. I was just
Dude,
right now.
Goosebumps. And I recently rewatched that performance and got goosebumps then. It's just, as soon as it started raining, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And a couple years later, it's gone.
Yeah, right. That was Colts Bears, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool Bears.
A fantastic fucking performance. If there was somebody out there now, and my frame of reference is so short, I may not have an answer to this, but you two might, because you keep up on modern music more than I do. Super Bowl 2027, it'll be Super Bowl 61. Hard to believe that. Really fucking hard to say those numbers. Who would you like to see a modern act in the Super Bowl halftime show? I will start with Herm.
No, not me. Don't start here. Give me a minute.
Okay. Don't start with Herm. Start with Lynch.
If it were a couple years ago, I would have said Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Because he puts on a hell of a live show. I've seen him 3 or 4 times.
Is he someone that could translate to everybody? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
His songs are catchy. They're earworms. And he's a very decent singer.
Okay.
But like current up and comers, I think you said it earlier. People like Rebecca Carpenter would fucking slay. Because she
Sabrina Carpenter
really
would be
fucking
badass.
talented.
Oh my God.
And
Not only is she easy on the eyes.
actually, you know what? I just made up my mind.
God.
This would be the triple threat. 3 women: Billie Eilish, Chappell Roan, and Rebecca Carpenter. That would be the ultimate fucking lineup for next year's Super Bowl.
I'll buy Sabrina
relevant.
Carpenter.
Billie Eilish established.
I'm throwing a flag.
Rebecca
on Billie
Carpenter.
Eilish.
Rebecca Carpenter.
Sabrina.
established. And then you have Chappell Roan, who's on the rise.
Herm, do you want to send him a message?
Who?
Lynch, and tell him it's Sabrina Carpenter.
Heard.
Yeah,
It's
Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter. I'm sorry. I get her in Rebecca Carpenter, the actress.
That's fair. That's fair. On the
Sabrina
rock
Carpenter.
side, as a rock and roll guy at heart, I love all music. Hell, I overdose on musicals and country and 60s, what they called power pop back then, like Tom Jones and the Beatles and whatever. Modern rock, I'd love to see Greta Van Fleet
Oh, she's
in the
really
halftime
good.
show. Powerful. Greta Van Fleet is just powerful and amazing. On the pop side, I'll go with Sabrina Carpenter, but if you want to go big or go home, man, you could take as much as I not Karen Carpenter, asshole, Marsha in the comment section. Sabrina Carpenter, who I've been a fan of since she played the snotty bitch on that show my kid used to like. The Boy Meets World knockoff.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Greta Van Fleet. I mentioned Sabrina Carpenter. You can't go wrong with an artist like Taylor Swift. If you want to get a more diverse, I know if I don't say this, someone's going to try to cancel me, so I have to do it now. I would love to see a Cardi B or a Nicki Minaj or someone who is relevant to pop and hip hop now be in the halftime show. At least I know their music.
Right.
I prefer Karen Carpenter. Well, Marsh, unless you know someone that can raise people from the dead, Karen Carpenter's not playing the Super Bowl.
Yeah. She will not be with us this evening. Or any
However,
other evening for
however, Karen Carpenter has not lost weight since the 80s, so that's a good thing.
Jesus Christ.
No, Chris, Jesus had long hair and a robe.
Hang on. I got to do it.
Okay. I earned that one. I earned that one.
You did.
I think they should. I think there should be a better mix of music. I don't mind that modern pop and hip hop is out there, but you have rock and roll fans. Get a rock band out there. It's not the worst.
What's a
thing
good rock? Who's a good rock band?
Right now, Greta Van Fleet is the only one I can think of. Would I put Hailstorm up there? Yes. Would everybody know Hailstorm? No. That's the problem. Nor would I want to go with a dinosaur act. And I say this with all the love in my heart because I'm a huge fan of Motley Crue. I wouldn't want to see Motley up there, mainly because Vince Neil would be too fat to get on stage.
A popular pop rock band is Boys Like Girls.
I've heard of them.
They are really fucking good, dude. I've seen them 3 times in the last few years.
Fall Out Boy could be.
They're awesome too. Call me emo, pick on me, but I like Fall Out Boy.
No,
I like Breaking Benjamin too.
Breaking Benjamin, I saw live. They were fantastic.
They're really good live. What was the really Good Charlotte?
Good Charlotte.
They have some really good songs.
But you have to be careful because Good Charlotte
has
been around
now
for
2026. There isn't anybody of that caliber other than Greta Van Fleet.
Not really. Not really. Highway Tune is on my shuffle heavy, and when that song comes on, I think they're a little too.
I think they would be a little too out there for mass consumption. You gotta admit they're pretty unique.
Mm-hmm. But here's where it would be palatable. They're very Zeppelin-esque.
Yeah, but there's a very big chunk of people that's all they think of them is they're just a Zeppelin wannabe.
No, a Zeppelin wannabe was Kingdom Come. Greta Van Fleet has actual good music.
Right. No, but I'm saying there are people out there who just say, it's a lot of them. They're just a bad Led Zeppelin.
Right. And look, I'm not going to sit here and try to say that, hey, it would be great. No offense to Billy Joel. We talked about him in the pre-show. Billy Joel, if you'd have put him in the Super Bowl halftime show in 95, would have rocked the house. 1,000%. Hell, you could have put him out there in 2005, rocked the house. 2026? No.
Not so much.
No. Nor would I want someone like, and I'm trying to think of someone that I've been listening to recently that all the members are still alive and you could have a really good fucking show, but I really don't think Slaughter, who I love to death, Slaughter does not translate. They were big for this amount of time. Whereas Pink translates. Pink has been on top of the charts for 26 years and is still relevant.
She's one of my hall passes.
I'm sorry.
No, I fucking love her.
God bless you if you get to have that hall pass. Megan, Pink invited me back to her room. I'm going to go spend 15 minutes up there, and only 14 of them will be usable. And that's the 14 I spent taking my clothes off, bending down to untie my shoes. The other minute, pure perfection.
Best minute ever.
Right. I'm about to give you the best 59 seconds of your life. Well, shut up and start, asshole.
You got 38 seconds to hitch a ride.
Or as Motley Crue once said, 10 seconds to love.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Next time I'll take it out of my pants.
We know Herm is working. Unfortunately, we'll not see the game. We'll touch on it briefly next week. Lynch, what are your plans for Super Bowl?
Just the wife and I. We bought some noshes at Costco on Sunday. You know, cocktail weenies and shit like that. Appetizers. We're just gonna eat appetizers and nachos all day.
Shit she's used to.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty
I'm
much.
Sorry. That's a Lynch joke. That's not a Megan joke.
Yeah.
Please don't kill me, Megan.
Gotta roll
Bringing
'em in puff
Horizon.
pastry.
Huh?
You got to roll them in puff pastry.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing the pigs in a blanket.
Got to.
You should do beanies and weenies. That'd be better.
Yeah, I think we might do chili.
No.
Just,
I'm not
just
talking
try
about
not chili, unless
beanie,
you know it's
beanies
an open
and
invite.
weenies. Well, I'll be at
Indeed.
Casa del Mark,
Yeah, I figured as much.
and that'll be Super Bowl, and then next week is Daytona. So, fantastic sports
Good sports
2
weekend.
weeks. Yes,
Weekends.
If you're not doing anything and you're interested in watching Daytona, Lynch, please join us for Daytona.
Oh, and coming up, the Olympics.
Yes, forgot about that.
Lindsey
I'm looking
Vonn
forward.
is going to ski on a torn ACL.
I'm looking
Again.
forward to seeing the Haitian bobsled team come up and
I
win
don't
the
know
gold.
why everybody's all talking about that. Like, that's a big deal.
Everybody, there's
I
been
go to work
5
with-
skiers
I
that
go
done
to
it.
work with both of my MCLs torn every day. Nobody gives a fuck and says, wow, Herm's a fucking hero. And I'm not saying that to you. I'm just saying that in general
I'll
to
be
the
right.
public.
I'll be right back.
You know what I mean? Like, I go to work every day with both of my MCLs torn. Nobody said, you guys just learned that right now. You are today years old.
Well, you see, it's funny. There are people like you who just get used to it. I've had 3 dogs tear their ACL in their older years just by running around being a goofball when they shouldn't have been. They hobble around. We bring them to the vet. They say, yeah, we can fix it, but he may not survive surgery because he's old.
He'll learn to live.
How does he get around? He gets around fine. All right, give him a couple of these when he starts showing pain. My dad's dog, who I ended up taking possession of years ago, tore his ACL when he was 5. That motherfucker lived till 20 years old with both ACLs torn, and he was still jumped like a rabbit, beagle, jumped like a rabbit. He just got used to it. Some people are built that way. I'm not one of them. I'm a pussy with pain. In certain areas. My hands I can barely feel anyway, so I grab hot pans and shit all the time. It drives my waist nuts. I can grab a cookie sheet out of the oven and it just, is an annoyance. But I've been that way for years. Chris must be taking a shit.
Something.
That's the longest fist ever. Come on, Burns. Did you wipe front to back or back to front? Or side to side? Like a painter, like a Picasso.
Ooh.
Or a Jackson Pollock. I don't know, man. It is supposed to get cold out here this weekend, Herm. Like the high of 0 with 40-degree wind chill. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's-
looking forward to that.
I think what's today? It's Tuesday. I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be almost 70 Thursday.
Fuck you. Fuck you in your fucking Colorado weather.
I
Right
think,
up the old
and
poop
I
chute.
think it's supposed to be like 65, 66 the day before. We got a little heat wave coming.
I think I
I
know
was
the
just
answer,
telling
Mr.
him,
Garrison.
Ern, it's supposed to be like 0 degrees on Sunday with a -40 wind chill.
Dude, we just got the 40 today, and I was happy. I was like, first of all,
Dude,
double
it was
digit.
like spring. I was walking
was
around just in
awesome.
my polo outside.
Oh, see, it's a little cool today. It's mostly cloudy. It's 52 right now.
I think I know the answer, Mr. Garrison. Shut up, fat ass! See,
Is it because he's
okay.
Jew?
Can we address the elephant in the room now that Herm's thin?
Oh,
I
I'm
can't call
sorry.
him the elephant in
Saturday's
the room.
supposed to be 71.
You know, I lived in Florida for a year and a half, and never, except for one picture on my daughter's first birthday, did you see me crowing about the weather in fucking Florida while you guys were digging yourself up to the knees in snow. Never once. Never fucking once. But who's going to pull out the temperature card? You know what? I'm just going to say it. That ass himself, Michael P.S. Herman.
That's
Son
not
of
very
a
nice.
bitch.
Look,
Hi.
man,
Have we met?
You know, Mother Nature was like, yo, that nigga bought a motorcycle. I can't fuck this winter up.
Mother Nature, the check cleared. That's why Mother Nature's being good to you.
Hey,
Do
whatever
not
works,
lie.
baby. Hey, I
Who
learned
wants to
from
buy
the
another
president.
bike?
I learned my shit from the president.
Let's get the report card back. Did Herm pass?
There's no does the check clear column, but if that one, he gets 4 stars.
All right, fair enough.
Mother Nature said the
Anyway.
check cleared. You are all good to go.
Anyway.
Anywho,
You'll have good weather. You'll
Yeah.
have the best weather.
I was just gonna go there. You fucker, you beat me to the joke.
Nobody will have any weather better than you.
Hey, you know, while we're on the subject of Trump and the weather and how he controls everything, has anybody slapped Al Gore in the face for all that doomsday talk about global warming back in the day? And we're still here, even though he predicted we'd be dead. What?
They moved the doomsday clock
yes.
the other day.
Where is it now?
Well, it is now only
Nicholas
85 seconds to midnight.
On what day? I gotta be prepared.
No, that's not how that works.
I gotta be balls deep in something when the world ends.
Well, then you better get there now because it's coming soon, buddy.
Tell him to shave his ass.
I don't know, but it's 80. I mean, given everything that's ever happened since the doomsday clock, and we're talking like Cuban Missile Crisis, Cold War, accidental missile firings. This is the closest it's ever been to midnight.
Yep.
Ever. It was at 2 minutes. It's now at 85 seconds. It's at 1 minute 25 seconds to midnight. So
on what day?
It's not a
don't
day.
know.
It's a scale. It's a scale of how well the world is to imminent end. It's the scale starts at 1:15, and basically when this clock gets to midnight, that's basically we'll be right at the brink of nuclear world destruction.
I've been hearing that shit for 40 years. Ain't gonna happen.
No. I'm not. No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that given the position of the world, and what's going on right now, they've moved it. Given all the unrest everywhere, it's not just the U.S. It's all of the world, and it takes account
Worldwide,
of
yes.
everything. And given everything right now with what's going on, it's the closest it's been to that quote unquote end of the world quote unquote state concept.
Right.
I just wanted to. I've taken a lot of criticism last week's show, not from you guys, but from people privately. I don't know why they don't put it up on the page. You guys would have ripped them a new asshole, saying that I'm too right leaning. I'm too this. I'm too that. I don't pick on Trump enough. I'm not really a centrist. Yada yada yada. I campaigned for Al Gore, and even then, I didn't believe in his global warming doomsday bullshit. Okay. And now here we are 26 years later, and he's still promoting the same shit with no fucking evidence.
There's
climate change.
There's a
Go
YouTube
ahead.
short that starts in 1980. It's a news piece, national news, 1980. That if the current trends continue with the global warming, that the world could end in 20 years.
Bullshit.
1985.
I heard that 20 years ago.
1985, same thing. 1995, same thing.
Same
2000, same thing. They just keep moving the goalpost.
Of course.
It's the way to get you scared that if we don't switch, if we don't go completely green, this is what's going to happen. Now, they're not wrong. They're just presenting the information wrong.
I'd like to see a world that doesn't rely on fuel.
Finite resource. There is a finite resource of fossil fuel left on the planet.
We've hit the halfway point.
Okay.
Great. So in another 2,000 years, we don't have to worry about it. We'll be dead.
Right. But they're globalists. They're looking at it like long term. If the human race were to continue beyond our years, well into the hundreds of years from current day, they would have to rethink what they use for energy, what they use for cars. Electric ain't the answer.
No, because you're mining all the lithium, and eventually the lithium will be gone.
Exactly. You have to rely more on your natural resources that we can reproduce. Hydrogen. There are cars that can run on hydrogen that get hundreds of miles to the gallon.
The Exxon company has figured out a way to minimize what they drill and make and refine fuel that will move cars for thousands of years. The problem is getting the sanction from the governments around the world to make it happen, because they would lose if you do this.
Billions
those countries,
and billions of dollars.
Exactly. But the Exxon figured it out 10 years ago. There's a book upstairs, and I'm not running upstairs to get the title because I'm too lazy and I don't give a fuck. But I'll lend it to you, Lynch, next time I see you, about how the oil industry has figured out, the oil and the petroleum industry has figured out how to create combustible gasoline that is self-sustaining, organic, from nature, to make fuels that will move cars, and big oil hates it. Exxon has been doing this for 30 years, and the rest of the companies go, no, this would kill us. And the countries that export oil say, no, this would kill us. Well, if you want a green plant that's sustainable, that's gonna live millions of years, past the millions of years that this planet has existed, you kind of have to go with that.
Well, you have to be less reliant on it.
Green ethanol. Go ahead,
there is ways to use propane. There's ways to use hydrogen.
Do you know what green ethanol is made out of?
Carbon dioxide.
Sure. Green ethanol is made from corn.
Right.
That's what all
corn
ethanol is made out of.
Right. But the green ethanol that Exxon has been trying to produce and mass market for 10 years.
That's mostly what E85 is. It's corn ethanol.
So why are we not doing this? Why is Eric B. Mitchell texting me?
Oh, because they say one thing impacts the next, impacts the next, impacts the next. So it hurts everybody's pocketbook. Nobody wins in that situation. But there could be a market for that niche. Whoever figures out to make a car that runs on anything other than fossil fuel, even sustainable fossil fuel, like replicatable, will be a billionaire. I guarantee it. The technology existed. The technology existed in 1985 when the General Motors Corporation sold a couple of cars that were getting 60 miles to the gallon.
Those are the cars that were running on just vapor, not actual aerosol.
Right. And guess what they did? They hunted those cars down and they took them back.
Those are 2 cars built by a designer, and those cars were removed, and mysteriously the designer of the system just disappeared off the face of the earth.
So guess what, folks?
Because basically
the technology exists.
he was
They're
getting
just refusing to make it accessible to the consumer.
5-gallon gas tank in a car and drive 600 miles. Because the system turned the gasoline into vapor rather than an aerosol, a fine aerosol.
Yeah. See, I'm glad there's another human on the planet that actually believes me when I say shit like that.
Yeah,
the technology exists.
They found them cars. They hunted them down because they were the cars that the guy was playing with his system, and they ended up making it into and being sold, and then that guy just straight disappeared.
Yep. Right. So since Marsh couldn't make it tonight, despite his best efforts, should I reach out to Drew DeCarlis / Jack Shelbourne, and maybe, just maybe, we start our 2-month trial of No Politics with questions from the hat next week? Now, I'm still sitting on 20 1-star strip club reviews. I want to hold that off. I think Valentine's Day week would be the best time to do that.
Yeah, I agree. Keep that in your back pocket.
I will.
Can we talk about the Grammys real quick?
It's how it started. Yeah. You go first because I'm going to lose my shit.
So two things that people are giving artists shit about: Jelly Roll and Bad Bunny. I think what Bad Bunny said needed to be said, coming from somebody who is influential to young people.
Absolutely.
It was a positive message, and young people need to hear that right now. America needs to hear that right now. A little more love and a little less hate. That was basically his message.
No, I wasn't a huge fan of his Ice Out gimmick because...
Whatever.
Exactly.
I'm leaving that aside.
I'm just saying that was the part
for me that didn't ruin anything that he had said previous.
The rest of it was fantastic.
Right. Jelly Roll is getting shit for praising his Lord.
Tough. What up, Kahuna? Kahuna's in the comment section.
Hey, what up, man? Good morning. If you want to continue to be ignorant and not look into the man's life and just what a turnaround that man did, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
His faith in his Lord saved him from being a very evil person. And the woman he married kicked his ass and put him on the right path.
Good on her.
And he thanked the 2 things that meant the most to him were his Lord Jesus Christ and his wife. Go fuck yourself.
Agreed.
I think it was the most beautiful message of the entire night. Now, I unfortunately watched the entire thing because my wife loves award shows.
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
So I appreciated Chapel Roan's nipple dress on the runway.
She's got a body to rock it, but I have other opinions.
There's a time and place.
Correct. Whatever. My thing with the Grammys, and she's catching a lot of backlash since she said it, goes back to our good friend Billie Eilish. And I'll call her Billie Eilish as long as I so shall live. When she says, no one is illegal on stolen land, I have 2 questions for you, Miss Eilish. 1, can you name a country on this planet that hasn't had a war over land or hasn't been conquered by someone, and you're not allowed to use the South Pole, Antarctica, or the North Pole? Let me know. If you can, you write great songs. I'm not going to lie, but you're an idiot. You're a fucking moron. Second, the backlash from Native Americans toward Billie Eilish having a gated mansion on what used to be grounds where Native Americans lived. She basically stuck her foot in her mouth sideways and she can't get it out. She cannot get it out.
Now, she's a great artist.
I don't have a problem with folks like
Well, fuck
Herm
her.
or Lynch or Kahuna or Ryan or anybody else talking about these issues. But when you are a megastar, and she is a megastar, preaching to the little people how they should be while you live behind 12-foot gates with security up the ass and surveillance everywhere, you, ma'am, can fuck off. I'm not listening to you at all. Not one bit. Because you don't live in reality. And Lynch sent that blurb out in the group chat where, who was it, Ricky Gervais?
Yep.
He said it 5 years ago, and that was my point tonight. You don't live in reality. I'm not going to take, political or cultural advice from someone who lives in a 15-bedroom, 15-bath mansion who doesn't know the struggle of everyday Americans. Yes, you've made your money, but go fuck yourself. I'm not listening to you. Go ahead.
There are certain people who are actors that aren't Hollywood that I will listen to. Believe it or not, Mel Gibson,
Chris
Billy
Pratt.
Bob Thornton,
Yep.
Billy Bob Thornton, Sam Elliott, guys like that, Dennis Quaid, because they live like real people and they think like real people. But when you come from when you're elevated in that place of privilege and you show it off all the time and you virtue signal about feeding the poor and all this other bullshit, put up or shut up. Where's your donations? And I'll give Taylor Swift a pass because I know she's very philanthropic.
Oh, she donates millions
Bad Bunny
of her own money.
Donated millions of dollars to Puerto Rico.
Like him or don't like him, Gene Simmons is very charitable, quietly. But when he's called onto the carpet, you're like, well, what have you done? Well, not that I needed to tell you, but I do this, and this. Go look it up.
If it wasn't coming from that place, Chris, I'd have less to say about it.
Yeah.
But it's when you're coming from that.
Who we talking about?
Billie Eilish,
Hollywood elites and the music elites.
She donated $11.5 million just from her "Hit Me Hard and Soft" tour. Proceeds
good.
to support food equity, a bunch of other shit.
That's pretty awesome. I'm glad he's doing this. That's good. With our 3 minutes we have left. Go ahead.
That was just that was one donation out of 11.5 mil.
That's fucking awesome.
And then she does a bunch of broader philanthropy shit. So she gives a shitload of money away.
That's cool. And the fact that she's charitable is great, but don't sit on your ivory tower and tell the little people how to live or what to think when, we should open our hearts and open our arms and open our borders and open our homes. You live in a 12-foot high gated mansion with 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. You don't know how the little people live. And we're all the little people, all three of us, regardless of our financial stations in life. We are the little people. Don't tell us how to live. You earned your spot. Congratulations, but you're not the voice of the people.
Right.
Like you said, I will take Billy Bob Thornton, Chris Pratt, Sam Elliott. The list goes on and on before I listen to Robert fucking De Niro, Bruce Springsteen, Billie Eilish, the lot of them.
Oh, Taylor and for clarity, she lives in a ranch-style house in the Glendale neighborhood of Los Angeles.
I'd like to see the house if you could find it. Because I guarantee there's a gate where only the people she wants in gets in. Unlike my house, which if you can pick a lock, come take my shit.
Have at it.
I have a key to Lynch's house, so I can take that shit anytime I want.
Yeah. Please, take some shit.
I'm taking the stripper pole. That's all I want. I could leave. Well, and maybe
two of them.
Maybe the vinyl Montrose album. I really do want that.
Okay. Well, next time you're here, this is going to look a lot different in here.
Hey, I got a question for you. Can I borrow your bass sometime soon?
Yeah, you'd have to put strings on it.
Oh, the strings are not good?
Oh God, no. Okay. No, those haven't been changed in a very long time.
If I borrow it and I restring it, will
You
that
can
be
do
cool?
all of it.
Okay.
Do
I don't want to keep it. All right, cool.
Yep.
It is only
You
a
can do it.
point. It is only a 0.72 acre lot.
Really?
Yes. It's not giant at all. It's in Glendale. It's not gated.
Glendale's a tight neighborhood.
It's fenced in the back. There's a pool, but it's no mansion.
All right,
It-
then watch this. This is
it-
how this works, kids. I rescind my argument.
No, and I'm not doing it. I was just curious, like where the fuck
No.
you live. And you know, it's a nice pool, and there's just got. But I mean, bro, it's 0.72 acres.
But you see what you did. You presented the argument and said, Chris, here's where you're wrong.
Like legitimately and not fucking with anybody. It's my yard and the neighbor's yard, and that's it. That would be about 0.7.
And I'm rescinding my argument.
I'm absolutely surprised. But yeah, it is a really fucking modest house, judging by the aerials and shit. Holy crap.
To steal a line from Herm, you niggas just heard how I got took to school and I accepted it. It would be nice if the rest of you could do it. We got to get out of here. Speed review is at 8:00. If you're interested, we're drafting our fantasy teams, and it's Herm's last episode for God knows how long until he pops in and says hi. And we're going to have some fun, and we're going to talk about the Clash. What are we going to talk about? The fact that it hasn't fucking happened yet because NASCAR is too stupid to put it in a warm weather state. Don't hit the button. We don't need it right now.
Heard.
For Lynch, for Herm, for myself, I'm going to contact Drew, and for Marsh. Next week, we're going to the hat. Get ready. It's one of our favorite episodes that we ever done.
Hey, DJ!
Sleep soundly in your beds tonight. Judgment falls upon you at first light. I'm the hand of God. I'm the dark Messiah. I'm the vengeful one. In the blackest moments of a dying world, what have you
If we could make Lizzie Hale's voice come out of Sabrina Carpenter's mouth, I'd never leave the house again.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Peace.